Hey, welcome to J&L Adventures. We're in the reloading shop today. This isn't just another custom rifle. This is a precision instrument, a tool capable of putting rounds into a single ragged hole. But to get there, you have to feed it the perfect meal. Today we're going on a hunt, but not for game. We're hunting for data. Follow along as I use a 16-step ladder test to find the one thing that matters most for insane accuracy, the velocity node for this .284 Winchester. Alright, before we hit the range, let's talk shop here in the reloading room. Our mission is simple to state, but meticulous to execute. We're looking for a velocity node. So what is that? Think of it as a flat spot, a plateau in the rifle's barrel harmonics where even the small bumps in powder, the muzzle velocity just settles. It stays remarkably consistent. When you find that node, you find forgiveness. Tiny variations in your reloading or even a temperature swing at a match have way less effect on where your bullet hits vertically. That consistency is the secret sauce shrinking groups way out there. The rifle for this quest is a full custom chambered in .284 Winchester. It's built on a Zermatt Arms Bighorn T3 long action, mounted into a rock-solid KRG Bravo chassis and topped with a 30-inch 1-in-8 twist 4-groove ratchet rifle, Schillen barrel. That twist rate is key for stabilizing the heavy caliber bullets we're using. The .284 Winchester is a superstar for long-range games like F-Class. It gives you performance that nips at the heels of some magnums, but with better barrel life and less recoil. That makes it a whole lot easier to shoot well over a long day. Now for the 4 key ingredients in our recipe. First, the foundation. Lapua brass and .284 Winchester. For this kind of precision work, Lapua's consistency is non-negotiable. Every single case has been full-length size trimmed and had its neck annealed to make sure bullet tension is identical across the board. Next up, the projectile. We're slinging the Berger 184 grain F-Open hybrid target bullet. This thing is a purpose-built competition bullet designed for the F-Open US rifle team to cheat the win. The engine of this load? Hodgdon H4831 SC. The SC means shortcut. So the granules are smaller and flow through a powder measure like water. More importantly, H4831 SC is famously temperature stable, and its burn rate is right in the sweet spot for the .284 pushing these heavy bullets. It's known for producing crazy low velocity spreads, which is exactly what we're after. Finally, the spark that starts it all. CCI BR2 primers. These are bench rest grade primers built for consistency. A consistent spark gives you a consistent burn, which gives you consistent pressure, which leads to consistent velocity. You see a theme here? Alright, we're set up at the 100-yard range. We lucked out with the weather today. The weather is nice and the temps are warming up. I'm not focused on having tight groups today. I'm really wanting to capture the velocity data for each step of the ladder. First things first, I'll fire a couple of fouling shots to get the barrel condition. We want to make sure our first test shot is true. My lab radar chronograph is sitting right beside the rifle, ready to capture every shot's velocity. That data is the whole point of this exercise. Without it, we're just making expensive noise. The process is slow and deliberate. I'll fire each of the 48 rounds in order, from the lightest charge to the heaviest. I'm letting the barrel cool between steps to make sure heat isn't messing with my numbers. The name of the game today is consistency. From the reloading bench to the firing line, with every shot I'll be checking the spent brass for any signs of overpressure, flattened primers, marks on the case head, or a sticky bolt. Safety is always priority number 1, especially when you're pushing the limits. The chronograph will give us the numbers, and the target will tell the story. I'm aiming at the exact same spot every single time, not chasing the last impact. The idea is to let the rifle tell us where it wants to print with each charge. The trigger time is over, and now for the best part, discovery. This is where we turn a bunch of numbers and holes in paper into real answers. Each point is a step in the ladder, plotting powder charge against its velocity. You can see the steady upward trend, but right here, near the top of the test, you see the line start to lay down. Do you see it? Do you see where the node is? So if you look, starting at 50.8, at 51 grains, and at 51.2 grains, we have flattened out. So right now, I'm going to figure my node is sitting somewhere around 51 grains. Now let's look at the targets. This is where theory gets punched into paper. So when you start out at the 49 grain and you look at the target, the grouping is not real tight, and I really wasn't focused on grouping, but you do see some vertical spread in those initial shots. You do see it starting to tighten up as you go further into the ladder, which is what we also see on the chronograph side. So as we see that we're improving in velocity, as we get closer to that 51 grains, we start to flatten out a little bit, and we also see on paper how those rounds are impacting very close together, almost hole in hole. So the hunt was a success. We found a wide stable velocity node for this rifle between 2620 and 2660 feet per second. The 1-2 punch of the chronograph data and the undeniable proof on the target gives us our answer. To give myself the most forgiving load possible, I'm going to pick a charge weight right in the heart of this node at 51.0 grains of H4831 shortcut. This is the key that will unlock the full potential of this .284 Winchester. By loading our ammo here, we've built in the buffer against the little things that are impossible to control. We found the most forgiving, most consistent, and therefore the most accurate charge for this specific combination. But we're not done yet. The journey continues. Next, I'll load up a batch of 10 rounds at our chosen 51.0 grains and shoot them for a group size to confirm everything. After that, we can start playing with seating depth, making tiny adjustments to see if we can shrink those groups even further. We started by chasing the node, and now that we found it, the real fun can begin. This approach to load development takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of effort. But once you go through this process and you find that node for your rifle, you're setting your rifle up to work at its absolute best. If you want to see just how tight this group can get, make sure you go down and subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you get updated next time we head to the range with our next 10-shot group, and let's see how this thing performs. We appreciate you coming along for this hunt, and we'll see you back here next week.